So first of all, I wish all of you happy Vijayadasami, right? Hope you are celebrating this festival with great enthusiasm. And so today we thought that we'll discuss something about this very important festival, one of the major festivals in India and celebrated throughout the whole across India in different ways, right? Dasahara and Vijayadasami, right? So it actually symbolizes the victory of good over evil, right? Although Ravana was so much powerful, but still ultimately he had to get conquered and he had to get vanquished by Lord Ram, who is like symbolic of dharma or virtue, right? So Ramayana actually is a story of Lord Ram and his different pastimes. So Lord, when he appears so that he can teach us different uh, pastimes, right? So in Bhagavad Gita, actually Lord tells why he comes. So there is a very famous sloka in Bhagavad Gita which tells Paritranaya sadhu nam vinasaya cha duskritam dharma samsthapna arthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That means I appear in every age, every millennium. Why? To destroy the demons, to protect the devotees and establish dharma, right? So three things are the, why Lord comes: to establish dharma, to vanquish the demons, and third, to, what is the third one? Vanquish the demon, protect the devotees, and establish dharma, right? So when Lord comes, you'll see he performs so many pastimes, and those pastimes actually are heard and sung over many, many years, many, many yugas, and people get benefited by hearing those pastimes, right? So that is why Lord comes and perform his pastime. So Ramayana is the book which contains all the different pastimes of Lord, right? And different lessons. So we can learn so many lessons out of Ramayana. So today we'll discuss few of them, maybe 10 of them we'll try to discuss. And also I'll tell you many other stories if time allows us. Okay, so let us begin with the class by together chanting these prayers. So all of you can chant together. Om Agyantimirandhasya. Yes, all of you can also chant together. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gatadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so thank you all very much for joining today. So today we'll learn few important life lessons from Ramayana. Okay, so 10, and if time allows, more. Okay, so yes, so okay, we have another session in which we'll speak in Hindi from 8 to 8:30. Okay, so because this is for English, so today we'll speak 7:30 to 8 in English, and then after that in Hindi. Okay, yeah. So yes, so Vijayadasami, right? It signifies the victory of Lord Ram over Ravana, right? So Ravana had how many heads? Please tell me, how many heads Ravana had?
10.
Yes, you can tell in the chat box as well. All of you know how many heads Ravana had?
10 heads.
Yes, 10. But I want all of you to answer, because nowadays, if I ask some questions, there are very few people who can answer about such such question from scriptures. Yes, so all of you know, that is very good. So he had 10 heads, and which signify the different evils which are also present in us. And Lord Ram killed Ravana by cutting down his head? No, by his navel. He shoot the arrow, or you can say heart actually. and he destroyed him. So similarly, all of us also had so many evil qualities within us, isn't it? We are sometimes confronted by greed, envy, illusion, right? Sometimes we become overpowered by lust, greed, anger. So many evils are there within us also. And how we can conquer them? If we can invite Lord Ram, right? So Lord Ram has the power to kill all these evils within us. So we have to invite Lord Ram within our heart, invoke the presence of Lord Ram within our heart, and then we can easily kill these demons, right? Yes. So this is the way how we can. So this is the call for Vijayadasami, that we should call Lord Ram in our hearts. And how we can call Lord Ram? It is very easy, right? By chanting the names of Lord, right? So here are beautiful deities of Sri Sri Sita, Ram, Lakshman, and Hanuman. So when we pray to the Lord, then it is a very easy way to connect to him, right? We have discussed this many times before also, that when we call the Lord, then it is, it is like calling, making a phone call, right? You make a phone call and person very, very far away becomes available. Similarly, God is present everywhere. Simply what we have to do is call him in devotion. He is not called by, any other way. When we call in devotion, it is a way to connect to him. So there are so many beautiful songs in glorification of Lord, and when we sing them with devotion, it is an easy way to access God, right? So we'll also discuss, we'll also sing one song, okay, and then we'll discuss some life lessons. So what do you want to do first? First the singing the song, or first we should discuss the life lessons? What do you want to do first?
Singing the song.
Please let me know very quickly. Yes,
Singing the song.
very quickly tell me, what should we do? Okay, so maybe we'll sing it in the end, so that all of you can even more devotedly, when you learn about the glories of Lord Ram, it will be more easier to sing the glories of Lord. Okay, so first what we'll do is we'll discuss some life lessons, okay, and after that we'll come back again to the song. Okay, so I'll just see your answers as well. Song, okay. All of you like song. Nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, let us do it in the end. Okay, no problem. So be till there the end and we'll discuss that. Now we'll come to life lessons from Ramayana. Okay. So let us see how much we can cover. So they are very, very beautifully, so many beautiful life lessons. So we'll discuss them. All of you can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So see, there are so many lessons actually we can learn from Ramayana. So we'll discuss first 10 of them, and then if time allows, I'll tell you more stories. Okay. So first of all, let us begin with the beginning. Okay. So first of all, how Lord Ram went into exile, all of you know this story. This story is, yeah, some of you know. So actually, it was well known in Ayodhya. Everyone knew that, Kaikai loved Lord Ram even more than her own son, right, Bharat. But what happened, that she actually asked such a such a boon from Dasrath Maharaj, that you put Lord Ram into exile for 12 years and make my son Bharat as the king. How that happened? That happened because she gave her ears to Manthara, right? So Manthara actually, because of her bad association, infected Kaikai with all these ill feelings toward Lord Ram, right? So here we understand that in our life, how important it is to be always in good association. If you are not in good association, what will happen? We'll also develop such desires. We also develop envy, hatred toward great souls and the Lord himself, right? So this is the first lesson we can learn, so that we can pray to God that, my dear God, my dear Lord, please always give me association of good people. Always give me association of saintly people so that my thoughts can remain pure and I can always remain on the path of dharma, virtue. So this is the prayer we can make on this day. Okay. Now, second, when Lord Ram is told by his father that I have promised like this to Kaikai, right, that you have to go to exile for 12 years. And so here we see Lord Ram is not attached to becoming the king, right? So you can just imagine the situation of Lord Ram. Lord Ram is just going to become the king of whole of Ayodhya the next day, right? Everyone is ready. Everyone in Ayodhya is making preparation that Lord Ram will become the king of Ayodhya, right? Tomorrow. Everyone is very happy and in a festive mood. But suddenly this, ill news, this bad news comes that Lord Ram is going to forest. Everyone is sad except one person. Who is that? He's Lord Ram. Because he's thinking, oh, it is such a nice opportunity. I'll go to forest and meet so many saintly people. Right? Sages go to forest to do tapasya. I'll get their blessings. I'll get opportunity to hear from them. So he's seeing even in bad situation something good. And he's not attached to becoming the king of Ayodhya. Right? He's only attached to serving his father. Right? He was becoming king to serve his father, and now his father wants him to go to forest. That also he's ready, right? So when we get anything in life, some position, like suppose you become prime minister of India, I'm just giving an example, or anything you become, right? You should be attached to the service, how I can serve the people. You should not become attached to, oh, how many people are saluting me, right? How many people are, giving me praise, right? We should become attached to serving others, not to get something from them. This last one I'll discuss in the end, okay? Because this is something related to, especially to this day, Vijayadasami. So third one I'll discuss in the end. Yes. Fourth one, let us come. Okay. So the fourth one is that even if life takes us to reversals, life takes us to difficult situation, if we are properly situated in proper mood, proper spirit consciousness, then that even bad situation can become a very good, very good, you can say, stepping stone in our life, right? So here you can see the story of Newton. Newton is sitting under an apple tree, and unfortunately, a tree, a apple fruit fell from the tree on his head, and he hurt him. So when he's hurt, he's not thinking, that oh, how bad, but he made it into a discovery, right, of Earth's gravitation. Similarly, you see Prahlad here. Prahlad, what he is doing? Prahlad, he is being tortured by his father, right? But even in such a great dangerous situation, what he is doing? He's taking shelter of Lord, and he's chanting the names of God, and he is always protected, right? So even in such a difficult situation, he is making it into a wonderful situation to take shelter of God. And here, in the same way, we see that Lord Ram, when he is going to forest, he's thinking, oh, it is a wonderful opportunity to meet saintly person and take their blessings, to hear from them and to serve them. So it depends all on how we respond, right? It is not the situation, but it is our response to the situation which makes it good or bad, right? How many of you agree that sometimes even in bad situation, you responded in a nice way and the situation became very good, right? How many of you came across such a situation that there was some bad situation, but by your good response, it turned out to be a very nice situation, right? Yeah. So if time would have been there, I would have asked some of you, but we'll move ahead. Now the fifth lesson that we learn is from Ayodhya Vasis, right? That you can see here that Lord Ram, Sita Mata and Lakshmanji, they are going away from Ayodhya, and all the citizens, they are completely attached, right? None of them, you can see children, you can see ministers, you can see ladies, all of them are so attached to Lord Ram that they are ready to leave behind all their comforts of city life, and go to the forest along with Lord Ram, right? So Ram or Aram, this is a test for every citizen, right? Similarly, if we want to serve Lord, we should also be happy to, give up our comforts if it is required in the service of the Lord, right? Because many times, if you want to do anything good, you have to give up your comfort zone. So we should be ready to give up our comfort zone if we want to achieve something good in service of God. So this is the fifth lesson we can learn, that we should be ready to come out of our comfort zone and serve the Lord, right? Okay. So, and then do you know that how Lord Ram leaves? So when all the people are sleeping, so all of them go to Lord Ram till Saryu Nadi, I think. After Saryu Nadi crosses, and then after that they don't come. So till that time they go. But while all of them are sleeping during the night, Lord Ram wakes up very early and then he leaves all the Ayodhyavasis, because they are, accompanying. All of them are saying, I will also go. So then Lord Ram, in this way, takes their leave. So, yes, so we have to be very, very alert. Otherwise, we may lose our devotion to God. So we have to be very alert. Okay. This one, I don't know how many of you know about this pastime, but I'll tell you this pastime. So now all of you may thinking that how is it that Bharat could allow all this to happen? Isn't it a question all of you may be getting? Okay, Kaikai asked that my king Bharat will become the king of Ayodhya and Ram will go to forest. But how did Bharat allow it? Bharat loved his Lord Ram so much, right? How can Bharat allow it? Bharat may say to his mother that no, I don't follow your order, right? I will not allow it to happen. So this was because at that time Bharat had gone to his maternal uncle, right? I think somewhere in Kashmir. I don't know the exact detail. So he had gone to his maternal uncles, and because of that, he was not at the time in the palace. And at that time, Kaikai asked this boon to Dasrath Maharaj that my son will become king of Ayodhya, and Lord Ram will go to Vanvas for yeah, for 14 years. Yes. So here we see that when Bharat comes back, he sees that Ayodhya is completely, it is as if some bomb has been dropped in Ayodhya, and everyone is like a dead man, right? Everyone is completely unhappy, completely miserable, and so he is unable to understand what happened. And so he's asking all the people, all the soldiers, he's going and see that there is no life in Ayodhya, right? So then he goes to his mother, and first of all he goes to his father's palace, and he see that he cannot find his father. Then he goes to his mother Kaika and asks what happened, and then she tells that this all things has happened. I have asked kingdom for you. So instead of becoming happy, he became very, very angry at his mother, right? And he said that, I don't consider you as my mother. I am sorry that, you have asked such a thing from my father, and, that became the cause of death of my father. So like that. So we see that, sometimes even Bharat was a very saintly person, right? He was a very loving son, but when he saw that his mother is becoming blind due to attachment to the kingdom, then he chastised her, not out of envy, but so that she can become cured of her disease, right? So we see that sometimes saintly person also become angry, but not for their sake, to benefit others, right? Like that. So this example is more easy to understand. You see, a doctor may sometimes cause pain, right, by giving you injection, but for whose good? For our good, isn't it? Like that. So yes, then Bharat understand that my mother had done that. So he starts for the forest, right? He wanted to uh, go to Lord and say that please come back, right? Please come back, otherwise I will also come with you in the forest. So then he goes and he meets Lord Ram, but Lord Ram tell that, please go back and rule the kingdom, right? This is what I want from you. So when he understand that more Lord Ram will be more happy if I go back and rule the kingdom, then he goes back and rules the kingdom, not to enjoy the kingdom, but to serve Lord Ram, right? So we should understand that for Bharat, it was easier that he would just neglect the kingdom and come to the forest, live with Lord Ram. But he chose to go back and do his duty according to the instructions of Lord Ram, right? So this is another lesson we learned, that our goal should be to please the Lord. And when he came back to the kingdom, he was, a king, but he made the Paduka, right? The Paduka of Lord Ram, the footwears of Lord Ram, he placed that on the royal throne, and every day he would report that, all these things happened in the kingdom, so much of wealth was, tax was collected, so many people were benefited, this thing was done, like that he would every day report to the Padukas of Lord Ram, right? So Bharat is telling us that how we should also offer all our activities to Lord, right? Because Lord is the real proprietor of everything, right? When we think that, I am the proprietor, then it is a cause of so much of anxiety and cause of so much of envy, hatred, war. But when we understand God is the real proprietor, I am proprietor for some days, right? Some years, but God is the real proprietor, isn't it? Sometimes it is seen that, two people start fighting for a seat in the train, right? And sometimes they fight so much as if they are going to live in the same seat for 100 years. And then a station comes and the person may get down, isn't it? And then another station may come, that another person may also get down. But for a small time, they're fighting as if, they're going to live all together with the seat only. So similarly, in this world also, people fight for, land, they fight for money, not understanding that real proprietor is the Lord, right? So we should, whatever we have got in our own honest endeavor, we should use it in service of God, right? And don't become like that. And the last lesson that we learned is that, about Surpnakha. How many of you know about Surpnakha's story? So this is something which many people actually in India misunderstand it. So I'll take this opportunity to tell you in detail about how this story went, and yes, how we can, uh, yeah. So Surpnakha was sister of Ravana, and so while Lord Ram, Mother Sita, and Sitaram Lakshman were in the forest, they're wandering. So this lady, Surpnakha, she saw and she was so attracted and charmed by the beauty of the two lords, uh, Lord Ram and Lakshman, that she wanted to make a connection, right? And the Surpnakha actually had mystic powers. She can make any shape, right? She wanted. So if she wanted, she can take the shape of a very beautiful girl, or take any shape. She can become bigger, very big, or very small, according, this were the mystic powers she had. So she thought that, I'll go and attract Lord Ram, right? So she made a form of a very beautiful girl, and she went in front of Lord Ram and said that, I want to have union with you. So Lord Ram actually had taken Ek Patni Vrata. That means in this life, I'll marry only one lady, and he had already married Mother Sita. So then he told that, I cannot accept you because I have already taken a vow that I will marry one girl, and I'm already married to Sita. I cannot accept your proposal. If you want, please go to Lakshman. He can accept you because he has not taken any such vow, right? So then she goes to Lakshman, and Lakshman says, I am here in this jungle to serve Lord Ram, right? I have come here leaving the kingdom, leaving my wife, and my only purpose is how to serve Lord Ram. I cannot accept this proposal. And this was true also. How many of you know that, Lakshman, I think, didn't sleep for 14 years during the exile. He never slept. So that was his service attitude for Lord Ram. He was always alert that any time the service may come, any danger may come. So he was always awake. And not only that, he would never eat unless Hanumanji, no, sorry, unless Lord Ram would tell, right? So many austerities he did. So he said that, I have not come here to enjoy. I cannot make union with you. Please go away. Like that, Lakshman would say, if you want, only Lord Ram is the only shelter in this world. You take his shelter. Like that, they were, going back and forth. So she became frustrated, and she thought that because of this girl, Sita, they are neglecting me. So she thought that I will harm her. And she wanted to harm Mother Sita. And now to rescue Mother Sita, then Lakshmanji cuts her nose. And when he cuts her nose, now she comes in her original form, demoness form, right? All her beautiful form is now gone, and she manifests her real ugly form. So anyone can make a show of greatness when there are everything is nice, but when there are difficult situation, at that time our real real form will be tested. What is our real form? So and the last one for today that we'll do today is related to Vijayadasami. So here Ravana, we can see, represent all the evils in our heart, right? We have so many evils like lust, greed, illusion, pride, anger, envy. We have so many of them, right? So our mission in this life should be how we can conquer, and how we can win over these demonic tendencies in our heart. Because only if we can conquer this demonic tendency, we can really be able to install Lord Ram into our hearts, right? As long as we have this demonic tendency, they only trouble us, because Ravana is for no one's good. It troubles us only. When we have greed, we think that I can enjoy more. No, when you have greed, you suffer more, right? Similarly, if you have envy, it destroys you. It does not destroy the other person, right? So similarly, anger kills you first, then harming the other person. So all these tendencies are for our our bad. So they make a lot of trouble in our heart. So when we get rid of them, then that is the real meaning of killing the Ravana within, right? So we should also take a resolve that let us kill all this demonic tendency in our heart. And the best way of doing so is by invoking the presence of Lord Ram. How we invoke the presence of Lord Ram? By following his instructions, as Lord has given in Bhagavad Gita, by following the virtues and codes of dharma, right, which Lord wants us to follow. And most important and very easy is if we can make our heart a temple and make Lord Ram, come in that, right, by chanting his names. So that is the easiest way to install the Lord in our heart. And wherever Lord is, automatically Ravana cannot exist there. So now we'll chant the famous prayer, Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. All of you are welcome to, sing along with me. Okay. So maybe I'll just put in the Hindi group as well, those who want to. Okay. Yes, Sudipto.
Sir, can you show me the eighth one?
Just a minute, I cannot hear you. Just give me a minute.
Sir, can you show me the eighth one?
You can write in the chat box. Maybe that will be more easier for me to do, because Little difficult. Okay, so I'll just say the prayers. All of us can recite together. How many of you know this prayer, Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram? Okay, some of you know. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is, what can be done? Okay. So all of you can see screen, na? Okay. So these prayers are very simple. All of you can see this, right? So you can see from here and repeat. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram 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 Jaya Sitaram 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 Jaya Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram. All of you can recite together. Hey Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram 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 Jaya Sitaram Jaya Raghunandan Jaya Siya Ram Janaki Vallabh Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavana Sitaram 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 Jaya Sitaram Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram Patita Pavan Sitaram. Okay, nice. Any one of you would like to sing this?